Good afternoon. Desire in business. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody about my speech of today, and I started talking, and she said, "Whoa, Jempi, you maybe have discovered the G-spot of organizations." So I leave it up to your imagination and your judgment if this is true. But I'm going to start with a story about the change, the transition we are in these times. And I'm not going to elaborate 18 minutes about this change because other people have done that before. And I'm sure some people today will do that as well. But we have come into a connected society, which gives a lot of opportunities. And many people have told us that we should screw business as usual, or start to build Society 3.0, and that we should start with why. So we already know that. And to my astonishment, I had to wait 25 years in my career to see this happen. And in fact, for me as a business innovator, this is really heaven on earth. Maybe as heaven on earth as what I did 2 months ago climbing the Kilimanjaro, which shows this picture. But not everybody I meet is really seeing this change, this transition in society as something really nice, because they feel threatened, because they know they have to change. They know business models are not working anymore. And people see a lot of risk. And they see a lot of, they talk about change, and they see they must change, but who wants change? Eh? Yes, we want money, but who wants really to change? That's really difficult. And that sometimes leads to this, what is happening in this video, and I show you this because that's often the case in companies. Can I have the video? Yeah, one back.
Whoa, that's not good.
Oh, I don't need this. I'm already late.
Somebody will come. Anybody out there?
Do you have a phone?
No. Sorry. Somebody! Hello? There are 2 people stuck on an escalator and we need help. Now, would somebody please do something? I don't believe this. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, there's nothing else left to do, is there?
Hello? Hey, don't worry about it. I'll fix it in a second.
He said he could fix it. All right. All right. That's more like it. He says he can fix it.
We are treating companies like mechanical systems, and this is what could happen. And we also treat humans in these systems as something you can manage completely. And to a certain extent, we need those control mechanisms, but it doesn't deliver energy. It doesn't deliver change we need. And so, talking about change, there are only 2 mechanisms, not more, I think. 2 mechanisms that help people to change behavior. People are prepared to change their behavior because they want to avoid risk. You don't want to get punished and so on. So that's the first principle. It's often used in companies. It's the system about rules and mechanisms. It's the world of you must do this, you must do that. And the second principle refers to this G-spot principle, this desire principle, is the lust principle. It's about getting approved. It's about enjoying what you're doing. And I think the second one is not so in so many times used, but it's the button we have to push for change. So in fact, yes, there it is. The essence of what we could do is getting from control to desire. And in each company, we have to connect with people, with collaborators, with clients, and so on. And we have to achieve certain things. And since the 80s, we have been doing this in a quite controlled way with all kinds of models of operational excellence and so on. And we think to develop companies again, we should focus on getting the energy, getting the soul back into companies. And so it's in fact, in my opinion, the challenge to focus not on control, but to focus on getting the added value ready. And you need control systems, but just use them as a support. I'm not against spreadsheets, but we have to use them in the right way. Because rationality leads to conclusions and frameworks, and desire leads to action and to involvement. And that's what we need in organizations these times. But often we push the wrong button. We should press the desire button instead of the control button. But it's sometimes more easy to push the control button because we are used to using that. But we have to realize, I think, we end up with a different reality, which is showed on this sheet, when we push the control button or we push the desire button. A lot of energy gets lost when you're using only the control button. And this guy, Mr. Einstein, knew it already when he said that the intuitive mind is in fact the leader of our culture and of our thinking, and not the rational mind. So we should use the rational mind as a support to something we desire. And also, this quote is quite famous. If you want to build a ship, you have to organize the desire for the sea and not tell people what to do. That makes it more easier, and people are having fun at the same time. So we call this the desire factor, the D factor. And within the desire factor, as is mentioned in the upfront, when Pia was introducing me, it's really to think about what you want to cause in your life. You can think of that in a personal way, but also companies can do that. What do you want to cause as a company? And so, in my opinion, we should always start with a dream. And that's the first building block of, or what we call D forces. The first D force is start with a dream. As also Simon Sinek said, create a purpose. Where do you want to go for? Create ambition, embrace creativity, and organize disruption in your head and in your environment. So these are the 4 simple building blocks we could use to change and to develop companies into sparkling companies. I have some examples. One of the nicest examples I know in the Netherlands is the brand Rituals, which was founded by Raymond Kloosterman 15 years ago. And they started with the insight, happiness can be found in the smallest of things. And their mission became, 15 years ago, it's our passion to transform everyday routines into meaningful rituals. This is about creating added value for people. And thinking about this, it's already 15 years old. I think they can go on for several years with this same nice mission. Because it contains those 4 D forces, I think. Another one, and I think they really redefined what ambition is the company SpaceX, owned by Elon Musk, you know already from PayPal and Tesla. And their ambition is to get a colony on Mars, to colonize Mars. And maybe you could say, well, these guys are really naive or unreal. But having this ambition, this gives them so many energy and so much competitive advantage that they are better than their competitors. So that's really one of their ambitions. And another one is at Volvo Cars, where they Volvo is a quite traditional company, you should say, but they're really thinking in a disruptive way about safety. Not only making those cars safer, but also the environment of those cars. And this video is about a project what Volvo Cars did last year.
Nearly every day something almost happens. You've kind of got to be able to second guess the taxi in front of you or the pedestrians coming up.
I end up getting nearly hit at least once a day.
The young driver lost concentration and hit me from behind. I was extremely lucky that day. The doctor said that 95% of people that would have sustained those injuries would have been killed by them.
We're on roads that were built really 100 years ago for far less traffic.
In terms of cycling at night, I feel way less visible. Sometimes I choose not to cycle home at night. It's a lot more dangerous.
Life Paint is a unique spray, different to other reflective products on the market. When you apply it to the surface, the reflective particles will stick together with a special adhesive, making the spray invisible by day, but light up at night in the glare of headlights.
Volvo is renowned for its safety innovations. Life Paint takes the principle of our 2020 vision, protecting passengers inside the car to protect those outside too.
I think you've just got to be as visible as you can, and that's the good thing about Life Paint, is it makes it very hard for you to be missed.
Putting something on that will make you scream out to drivers like me is a fantastic thing.
I think cycle safety in London is not all about bicycles, it's about cars, it's about pedestrians, it's about sharing the road with other users. So it's great that a car brand has got involved to essentially help cyclists and help drivers in the end and save lives.
This idea was based on the ambition of Volvo to get to 0 dead people around the Volvo in the future. So that's a disruptive way to think about cars. I have one other example. It's from a very different other business, toys. And it's a really good example of how brands can talk about the added value of what they do and not only talk about their products and tell the people how good their products are. It's really a different angle of talking about toys. Yes.
And I'll be your professor today. And I will be talking about the brain. Hello, I'm your veterinarian today. Nope, I'm Dr. Brooklyn. See?
Okay, doctor.
Oh, here, let me see. Good morning, everyone. I'm your new coach. My name is Maddie. Nice to meet you. I had the most fantastic day in the office. You'll never believe what happened. We got that new business I wanted. You ever seen him fly?
Have you seen him what?
Fly?
No.
My cat can play.
Okay.
The dog's brain can't think as much as the human's brain because there's no high school for the dog. This is Peter, the Triceratops. Peter is 1 year old. The T-Rex, Sally, is 1,002,252 years old. Knees up like a unicorn. Higher, higher. I've been to New York, Transylvania, Pennsylvania. We can think and do lots of stuff with our brain. Now, does anybody know how big the brain is? Anybody? Sophia. It is medium. Medium. Very good.
Yeah. You can feel the energy. It's not about convincing people. It's really about touching the hearts of people. And that works better. So that's what I mean by desire. So my suggestion would be to all of you here and to all of you who are listening to us and watching us from all over the world, don't be afraid and go for the D factor or the D spot, whatever you may like better, because life begins at the end of the comfort zone. And show some guts. Don't be afraid. Just do it. So thank you, and I wish you a lot of fun and pleasure and enjoyment this afternoon. Thank you.